Sonnet with Sonnet's Garden Blooms, and I want to welcome you all to my channel. Today is a thrift to treasure video. So I take items that I've recently gotten through all my thrift hauls, whether it be from a local thrift store or from the curb, and I am going to flip them into beautiful treasures. We are going to focus on fall. I was trying to figure out a way to ease in cottagecore with this. Some of it looks cottagecore, but it's really just all about fall for me today. I have been trying to get into the mode of fall, and I think I've succeeded. So I'm going to be doing I'm dropping off a custom quilt at Water Street Vintage next week, and I just thought I might as well stock up my booth for fall, which I always do in August anyway. A little early, but that's okay. So at the end of the video, let me know what your favorite item was. And if you do like these types of videos, DIY, upcycling, just the day in the life of a small business owner, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so when I do release a video every Monday and Friday, you'll be notified. And if you like the video, hit like. So I hope you all enjoy. For our first project, what we're going to do is we are going to take, if you remember these from my haul, I have 3 of them, 3 different heights, and I am going to spray them initially with a coat of the Ultra Matte 2x coverage. I want them all white. After I paint them white, then I'm going to take the Kills chalk style paint, and I am going to give them a good painting of that. Then for the second part, I have, with my last video, I used 2 of the pots that I picked out of the garbage. I have 3 more, and I am going to use these to display something on top of here. And with the pots, what we're going to do is we're going to use the set that I just got from IOD, the Decor mold. It's called Lock and Key, and I absolutely love it. I think it's going to be really cute to add a little lock on each one. And then what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to take the keys and I'm going to cut some keys out and then maybe dangle a key from this as well, or even dangle a key from, tie a little rope and then dangle the key down here. So that is what the project is that we're going to work on. So let me go ahead, get these 3 painted the white, and then we'll go from there. All right, while those are drying, we're going to do the next step. So I know in my last video when I did use these molds from IOD, many did make comments that I didn't use the cornstarch. And because what I found is that they come out just as easy without the cornstarch. And after watching the IOD sisters, one uses the cornstarch and one does not. So I will demonstrate how to use the cornstarch. It probably is just a good practice to get into to use the cornstarch. So I guess I would recommend using it. It probably does make it easier to get that out, especially when there's a lot of detail. I definitely would have to say then I probably would highly recommend it. So I am going to go ahead here and just show you how I'm dusting it just real lightly with the cornstarch. And I only need 3, but I did 5 just because I don't know which one I'm gonna like the best. So I did get my order in, and I've been slowly but surely adding all the products to my website. It is taking much longer, but I did get the IOD air dry clay in, so we are going to be using that today. And in the past, I had not had it, so I just never used it. So this will be just a really good opportunity for me to see what the difference is between what I had been using and what they offer. So let's go ahead and get started here. And then The nice thing about these molds too is that there's like a little lip on the edge, so it really helps you have a real defined outline and makes it very easy for the piece to pop out. All right, so then once you have it in the mold like this, just kind of let gravity do its job and then it pops right out. So I think I'm gonna do this one on here. Well, that last one kind of didn't work, but here it is. I did get it done. And then let's do the third one. So hopefully you can see this one. So I apologize that the last one kind of like all of a sudden just the head of my thing just kind of fell. All right. Okay. And then again, gravity at its finest. And then just looks perfect to me. And then that will be the third keyhole. So let's go ahead and get some keys cut out, and I'm going to cut out 3, one for each one. So now that we did the molds and we have these drying, what I'm going to do is we're going to adhere, because we want these to be on here and glue onto the pot. So what I'm using is the Tight Bond Quick and Thick, and what I found that this actually works the best. So we're gonna just put a adequate amount on the piece. And then what I do is I just take my finger and I just rub it about to the edges. Like so. And then take it and put it down. And then what I try to do is just get it all the way, make sure I put it all the way around the edges there. And just press it down so that it sticks real nice. And if any excess glue comes out, you can just wipe it away. And it's just like that. I like it. So we're gonna do that to all 3. So we're gonna start now. We have these all just with one coat of white. I wanna be able to distress the paint so the white comes through just a little bit. So that's why I painted them white. And I am using the Kills chalk style paint. So let's go ahead and get these painted. So we ended up getting the 3 pieces double painted, just like that. And now we're going to distress them. And I'm going to do the wet distressing. And I'm gonna just use, actually today, a wet paper towel. I couldn't find my baby wipes. I think I must have ran out and not even realized it. So I'm just gonna wet distress just around the edges. So I have these done. I just, like I said, lightly distressed them all over with that wet rag. So what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna let these completely dry. They're a little damp from the wet rag. And when I'm done with that, or when they're done drying, then I will clear coat them with the polyacrylic. But now we are on to doing the next step. So with the next step, we're gonna take the little pots and now we are going to apply the Rust-Oleum's chalked white or linen white. And what I'm thinking not a full coverage, just kind of lightly, just have the orange come out just a tad. So we'll see. I'm gonna see what application I like best. So now we're gonna take the polyacrylic from Minwax, and it's just the clear satin I'm using, and we are going to go ahead and give each of these just a good coat of that. And we're gonna do 2 coats of poly on everything. So the one thing I forgot to do before I clear coated them, I realized after I put the clear coat on, is I wanted to add a little bit of the soft wax, the dark wax, to the keyholes. So I just wanted to add a little bit here just to make them pop. So next we're gonna put a piece of styrofoam in each of these to add our fall display. Okay, so now that we have that in the center, or inside, now we're gonna add some of these. So now what I'm going to do is take the little keys that I made and we're gonna just tie them to these and like hang them from here. So I'm gonna show you how to make, for the top of these, a nice finish. And I did this in a recent video. It turned out awesome. I've done this in the past where I take used coffee grounds and I add the glue to it. My coffee grounds, I like to have them dried out a little bit before I add the glue, and they're pretty wet. So I'm going to just do this again. So I basically add sand from the Dollar Tree, and I did black. or like a, kind of like a grayish black. And then I'm gonna add some Elmer's school glue. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take it and combine it. So it does take a couple days for it to harden, just so you're aware. But when it does, it's gonna come out looking really good. I'm gonna just mix it all. And I'll just maybe add just a little bit more. All right, so now we're gonna add it. So we're gonna start, I just hold them all back, like so, and we're just gonna add it to the top. Hopefully you guys can see this. And then I'm gonna just take my finger and kind of smooth it out. Like so. And then wipe off any excess. But then it gives it a real nice clean finish to it, and it hides all of that, so you can kind of see. So the next project I have is this basket, and I picked it up for 99 cents out of the clearance aisle. I just want to add a little bit of dark, I think I'm going to just add a little bit of the Kills chalked around the edges. And then last year I started painting these babies up, and that's about as far as I got for when I was doing projects last year for fall. So today I'm just gonna try to get as much fall inventory as I can. I do have to go to Water Street Vintage on Monday to drop off a custom barn quilt, and I thought it's a little early, but I'm gonna add as much fall as I can at that point, because that's my farthest booth away. Since I'm running there for that, I'm just gonna do this right away. So we're gonna, because I already had these painted, I just wanna let you know I did use the Waverly pumpkin chalk paint to paint these up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna distress them real quick. I'm gonna do the distressing, clear coat them, and then I am going to paint the edges that dark color. And I think then I'm just going to add a little bit of greens in the pots, and then that will be all set to go. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just gonna take a sanding block and we're gonna just rough this up a bit. So next we're taking these two containers, the orange ones, and we're just gonna do a poly. acrylic over the top. So now I'm just going to add a little poly to the basket just to seal this in, make it look nice. So lastly with these, just to add a little bit more fall flair to it, I'm just gonna take some twine and I'm going to wrap it around. I'm just gonna add a couple wraps to this just to make it look a little fallish, and bring it around and then just tie a little knot to it. And I'll do that for both of them. And there you have it, just a little fall decor. Real simple and inexpensive. So I have this crate I built last year. It was in my stash and I must have wanted to do something with it, and I didn't like the blue at the time, so I just stopped and put it aside. So I found it again. So with this, I am going to take the Waverly chalk paint and I'm gonna paint it all orange. And then I'm gonna take those glass bottles and I'm gonna put them inside and just add some different greens in there. Just a real easy way. We're also going to take this Thankful and I'm gonna paint that charcoal gray, and we're gonna put it on the container as well. So just a little, just that added little difference, and it's gonna add the little fall to it as well. So I have my little Thankful sign here, and I'm going to just paint this one, that dark gray, the chalked paint. And I'm doing this, I'm trying to make it all the colors the same because they're all gonna be together in the booth. So it will make like a really cute little vignette in the booth if everything is color coordinated. And that's what I try to do with all of my little flips. I pull together a bunch of items and then I flip them all so that when I put them in the booth that they all look good together in the one area. So the next project, I did find this kind of like a crock. It is brown, so it definitely reminded me of fall. It's got West Bend on it, and it's got these cute little handles, but it's awfully plain. I mean, I could definitely sell it as is. I just wanted to add something a little different. So when the latest release of the IODs that came out, the Sunflower, I absolutely loved it when I saw it, and I cannot wait to use it on some other ideas that I have. But I just thought it would be very cool to take the big sunflower and put them right here on the front of this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mold a sunflower. We're gonna attach it. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit and then we're gonna paint it. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we have the sunflower mold from IOD set here. What we're gonna do is we are gonna use the cornstarch and we're gonna put that all in there. This is really a detailed mold and I'm so excited to use it. Once I saw it, I just could not wait to get my shipment so that I could try it out. I just loved it. And it's so appropriate for fall, and you can add this to so many different things. So what we're using is we are using the IOD air dry clay. So just just wanted to show you that. And what we're gonna do is I'm just going to spread this out. I'm gonna put it on in the center here, and then I'm just going to start working it in. We're gonna just let gravity work its course like we did with the others, and it just popped right on out. So this is actually going to be a little bit bigger than the actual jar itself. So I'm going to position it, and we're gonna cut a little bit off. And I just have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I wish I didn't have to cut any of it off, but I mean, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna just leave it all. That's what I'm gonna do. Just like that. I like it. So now next we are going to take the Titebond Quick and Thick. I have yet to try it on something like smooth like this, but we're gonna see how this works. Again, I only paid 99 cents for this container, so a great time for me to test this out, see how it works, and we're gonna adhere it to this. So it's as easy as just flipping the image over and putting the glue on, and this stuff works so good. I love it. All right, so we're gonna just take my finger and we're gonna rub it all to each of the edges as well. Just like so. I need just a hair more. All right. Okay. Put the top back on so the baby doesn't dry out. And here we go. We're gonna just flip it over. Okay, so I centerized it, and now the key here is to just go around and firmly press it down, and then along the edges you just want to make sure your clay is pressed down around the edges here. So it has it can adhere to it really nice. And then I'm going to go back through, and if there's any excess glue, I'm going to wipe that off. And I kind of like how this went over the top a little bit like that. I think it looks kind of fun. Going around again the second time, just to ensure that it is down nice and firm. Okay, so now we're gonna let this dry a little bit and then we'll go back and we will paint it. So I let this dry a little bit and it's ready to go for coloring. I think this one too. I was looking at my real sunflowers. And I just wanted to kind of make it similar. I guess we're gonna do the dark all throughout here. And I think I like this color too because it kind of reminds me of this color, the color of the container. So kind of like that. And I'm just kind of stippling it a little bit to get it into all of it. I'm just kind of mixing the colors a little bit to add. And if it goes outside, I'm just gonna wipe it away. So what I'm using, I just grabbed from the store just some acrylic paints that I had found. So I wanted to show you the final outcome. This dried and I basically just took a little sharp razor blade and any area that I went over, I just kind of touched up. I am definitely keeping this for myself. I absolutely love it. I think it turned out great. But yes, I'm absolutely loving it. And then it will let me be able to test how well this holds up. Once it's totally dry, I am going to just take a clear coat and spray it with a clear coat just to give it a little added protection. But there you have it. So this project is going to be fairly easy. I did pick this up. I paid, I think, if I remember correctly, it was $6. I just thought this would be a really cute add-on. I didn't want to really do anything to it, just I think it's a real nice neutral. So to fix this though, it's an actual hanging pot. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just take the twine we've been using and I'm just gonna double knot it. Do a double knot and it's gonna hold it. And we're gonna just go ahead and cut it and we'll do that for all 4 sides. We're gonna make them all the same height or length. Yeah, we're gonna make them all the same height, but no, the same length. And okay. So don't walk by these spines. They're just real easy fixes and I can definitely get my money's worth out of this. And then just like if you did see the thrift flip with the, I had charger plates and I used the same thing for the charger plates, the same type of material. So I'm gonna bring them all to, I pulled them all tight like that, and I have them all gathered at the top. And I am going to tie a knot on the top. And there you have it. And now we have a hanging pot that you can either plant something in or put one of the air plants in. So this does not come apart. I tried to pull it apart and it just would not do anything. So because it does go with the whole theme, I'm just gonna leave it as is. I was going to do a flip. I thought we could take it apart and I could paint the base and the inside. I just didn't want to paint the base and not the inside. So like that. So I think it looks pretty good. We're gonna leave it as is, and I think it's gonna go with the whole theme. So my last project is this, and what we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna take this to the garbage can and empty it first. So I tried to stamp the fall directly on there. I did not like it, so what we're gonna do, I just want to put a little bit of an orange border on here like this. Well, since I did not videotape it, I will show you. I basically laid out all these letters on here, and then I picked them up with the plastic backing, and then I re-inked that, and then this is what we got. So I'm sorry I didn't get that piece on video, but here's the finished product. So what did you guys all think? Are you in the fall mood? I kind of was after I got done doing all of it. And my video for Monday, I am gonna do like a little, even though it's going to be Pottery Barn flips or like hacks, I am still going to do a twist of fall to that theme as well, because I'm going to be stocking everything Monday night at my booth in Water Street Vintage in New London. So I want to thank you all for watching today. I hope you enjoy and have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you all Monday. Bye.